Hi, I'm Richard Long. I'm the Human Resource Manager for Jones Companies in Humboldt, Tennessee. We actually have two product divisions. We actually use basically post-industrial fiber and waste cotton fiber to make yarn that's used for the production of mops. We also use that same fiber to make pads that are used as a fire barrier in mattresses. Well, certainly. A first impression is critical. You want to make sure that you greet people with a smile, nice, good, firm handshake. You want to make sure that you're open, friendly, and approachable. You want to make sure you look folks directly in the eye when you speak with them. Ask them a lot of questions. If you're not sure of the things they may ask you to do or the directions that they give you, you want to make sure you ask clarifying questions. And then at the end of the day, I think a really good practice would be at the end of your shift, go back to your trainer or go back to your supervisor or the plant manager and just kind of reiterate how thankful you are of the chance that you've been given to be there and that you're really looking forward to it. You just want to make sure you convey a positive, optimistic attitude at the end of the first day. That leaves a really good impression in the eyes of your direct supervisor. Well, a positive attitude is very important. If you basically display something less than a positive approach to work, it basically breeds mistrust. People tend to kind of look at you kind of suspiciously. They're not really sure if your head is in the game and you're fully plugged in to the job. Therefore, they may not share with you all the information you need to be successful in giving you direction on how to be effective. So you need to make sure you convey a very positive approach when you're at work. Otherwise, you're not getting all the juice, all the information out of the experience that's going to allow you to be successful and then be able to advance to the organization. Well, this can be particularly challenging, but as a rule of thumb, whenever you may have a conflict at work with a fellow co-worker or even a supervisor, you need to make sure that you approach that person in a very professional, respectful, but yet candid manner. There's nothing wrong with trying to focus on the problem that is at hand, but make sure that you always focus on the behavior and not the person. Never get personal. Be very cautious of the language that you use. For example, if you use the word "you," that often can put a person on the defensive and make them feel like they're being judged, and then the chances of you being able to solve that problem effectively have decreased significantly because the person that's hearing you believes that you're actually judging them. So you need to focus on the behavior, or focus on the behavior and not the person. Well, certainly things can change on a daily basis, but for the most part, the general rules of how you do the job or the general work instructions on how you get jobs done tend to stay the same, but they can change. And when things change, it is important that you actually be flexible because you need to realize different people are bringing different perspectives to the same situation. So you have to be open to maybe looking at things through other people's eyes because you can learn and grow that way. And really what work is all about is learning and growing and being better tomorrow than yesterday. The only way that will happen is if you're open and flexible to different points of view. Well, if you have a negative attitude and a negative approach to work, the first thing that's going to suffer is your communication skills. You're going to communicate less, people are going to listen to you less, and there's going to be a breakdown right out of the gate. So if you have a negative perspective towards work, you are losing your opportunity to be successful. It also breeds mistrust. If people see that you are not plugged into the job, that you're just there going through the motions or something less, you're even kind of working against things by showing a negative attitude towards things, people are not going to trust you. They're not going to share with you the things that you need to know to be successful. And also, negativity breeds more negativity. So the more negative you are, you're actually soliciting that out of your co-workers. And then before you know it, it's not just one person that's negative, it's a group of people that are negative, and then the job's not getting done. When the job doesn't get done, then you're exposing yourself to the consequences of not doing your work, which could be discipline or eventually losing the job.